Today, I'm going to show you how to properly clean your combs and brushes at home. These are the same steps that I do at the salon to keep my clients safe from germs and illness. This video was requested by my friend Sarah DiPatrio. Hi, Sarah. And I wanted to let you know I'm going to be using shortened timers in this video, but when you're doing the steps at home, make sure that you do the full 10 minutes. Real quick, my name is Michana Romero. I'm a hairstylist in San Diego, California, and I specialize in painted hair highlights, gray coverage, and hand-tied extensions. I've got my extensions in right now. I can wear them for 6 to 8 weeks without a move-up, and that's for another video. So stick around to the end of the video, and I'm going to show you a photo list of supplies, and I'm also going to give you a printable PDF of the steps we do. Let's get started. Here we go. Step number 1 is remove all shed hair off of your brushes. I like to use another comb to do this. Make sure you're putting it in the trash, or the Olivia Garden brush cleaner. I'll put a link to purchase below. It has a ton of metal teeth and it removes hair easily. So if you've never cleaned your brushes before, you probably have a bunch of shed hair spaghetti noodled around your brush. At this point, you're going to do one of two things. You're going to throw the brush away, or you're going to get your scissors and you're going to cut off all of that shed hair, pull it off, stick it in the trash can. Remember, you want to remove every last hair because even one hair can harbor germs or illness. Next, you're going to take your pedicure brush and you're going to scrub off any dirt and debris. Once that's done, you are ready for step number 2, which is the pre-wash. So pre-wash, you're going to take some dish soap. I get this big jug at Costco, and you just stick it over top. And then you're going to take a bucket of water, a pitcher of water. I'm doing this so you don't have to hear the faucet going. And you're just going to make sure all of your combs and brushes are submerged. I like to create a lot of bubbles. I feel like the bubbles are getting the brushes super clean. Once that's done, you're going to stick your lid on. Now this is step number 2, the pre-wash. Now you're going to set your timer for 10 minutes. While that's going, I want to let you know that the steps we're doing together in this video are considered disinfection. Now, disinfecting is the second highest level of decontamination, nearly as effective as sterilization. Super interesting, right? It's interesting to me because I'm a science person. But here we go. Disinfecting kills bacteria, bloodborne pathogens such as the AIDS and HIV virus, and also the Hep B virus. It also kills fungi, other viruses, and bacteria. And now you can see why it's super important to clean your brushes and combs at least once a month. All right, you guys, let's see. Our 10-minute timer is almost ready to go off, and we're going to get ready for step number 3, which is Quats. So you're going to put on your gloves. There's my timer. All right, 10-minute timer is up. We'll use these buckets for later. Now, you're going to take all of the combs out. Just do a quick rinse under water and place them into that second bucket. This is called the Quats bucket. This is step number 3, Quats. All right, I'm just going to keep my gloves on. Now, have you ever gone into a barber shop or a salon and seen that weird container of creepy blue juice? That stuff is Quats. Now, Quats stands for Quaternary Ammonium compounds, and it's the hospital-grade cleaning solution that we're going to use today to finish cleaning our combs and brushes. You can buy a smaller container at Sally Beauty. I'll put a link to purchase below, but this is what we're going to use. Now remember, this is a poison, so you want to keep this and all poisons away from children. I've included the poison control hotline number for reference. So, and now you know what that creepy blue Gatorade is. Here we go. You're going to take a 1/2 cup measure of your Quats solution. Pour it into your Quats bucket. Now, if you're fancy like me, you've got it labeled, because I do this a lot. All right. And next, you're going to go ahead and fill up that Quats with water. This is super important. This guy has to be completely submerged. We're still on step number 3, which is the Quats step. So I've put in a 1/2 cup measure of my cleaning solution. Now I'm going to put my lid on and I'm going to set my timer for 10 minutes. All right, while that's going, let's go ahead and get ready for the final step, step number 4, and that is the final dry. You're going to take one of the clean towels, place it out on the countertop, and once that 10 minutes has gone by, with your gloves on, you're going to reach into the Quats bucket and remove all of your combs and brushes and place them on the towel to dry. I like when I'm at the salon and I can smell that faint odor of Quats when I'm doing somebody's hair. It comes across in the brushes and combs. I love that smell because it makes me feel really good that I'm keeping my clients safe from germs and illness. So my little timer here didn't go off. Beep, 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 beep. We'll pretend it went off. It's been 10 minutes. So now take the lid off and you're going to reach in and remove all of your completely disinfected combs and brushes from the Quats solution, and you're going to set them on the towel to dry. Now, when I was doing getting my Cosmo license, they actually wanted you to be completely dry on every surface. So we had to go through and dry every single solitary pin and comb. That was a bit much. So take that second towel. Like I said, I'll give you a list of supplies at the end. Take that second towel, place it over top, and that is step number 4, the final dry. What I like to do is let my combs and brushes dry overnight so they're completely dry. And keep in mind, going back to the Quats step, if you use your gloves all the time when you're reaching into Quats to get equipment out, you can actually reuse the Quats for up to 4 days, and that's what I do at home. All right, so there you have it. Those are the steps to properly clean and disinfect your combs and brushes at home. Now, these guys are not dry yet. There's one little tiny step. I guess you could say we have a step number 5. So that is, when you're finished, you're going to take a clean tub. When these are completely dry, we will put them in this tub with a lid on it. Excuse me just a minute. I've got some clean combs that I disinfected yesterday. I'm going to go ahead and put them in the bucket, and I'm going to put the lid on. So there you have it, you guys. You're finished. You've got clean combs, free from hair, disinfected, and they are ready for use. Be sure to follow me on social media. I'll put my links below, and for my San Diego friends, remember, you can always book your complimentary hand-tied extension consultation online on my website. The information is below. Remember, it's never been easier to have the hair of your dreams with hand-tied extensions. Thanks for watching, you guys. Bye.